There we go. Another evening for a little bit of casual fun. And tonight we are taking a look at Autonauts, or rather, we're starting a fresh series. Um, this time around, I have actually prepared a little um, uh, specialty map of sorts. I went through the official Autonauts Discord. They've got a channel there for map seeds that people can share, which is super cool. So I think I will make Shardania one of these particular maps that I found there, which I found rather interesting. Um, so we'll start by calling this Shardania, if I could spell. For performance reasons, I'm going to disable recording because it can clog down the system quite a bit when you start building up bigger colonies and such. So that's a sort of useful tip. Um, Unfortunately, we can't put recording back on later if needed, but that's all fine. It's basically just a speedy replay option. Tutorial stuff I'm gonna disable because, well, I've played the game too much. Don't really need them. Anyway, the world that I wanted to give a spin is 91816. See if this, yep, there we go. See, we've got this very nice large sort of ocean lake of sorts in here. And I think it could be kind of interesting to see if we can maybe build some of our colony stuff out on the water, on some platforms of some sort. So just to spice things up a little bit, and yes, you can actually do that. So we're gonna have a look at doing that maybe. For now, let's see if we can find a good spot to settle. So I'm kind of thinking we should maybe see if we can see, that would be a little bit of stone. Let's see, not a whole lot of clay around though, but on the other hand, it's not really all that big of an issue. All the way over there, that's a long distance. Let's see if we can maybe see, is that coal? No. What is that? That dark stuff. Seawater, yay. Fresh water. It's a long distance to the fresh water, but I'm guessing we can probably manage. Let's re-roll this quick. So one of the interesting things is that if you move the selection point around a little bit, it'll regenerate basically all of the resources. So this actually looks a little better. Yeah, let's go with this particular spot. That looks good. Right. So, Autonauts is all about building automation and basically production lines. And of course, this little Autonaut, the British, Scottish have a sort of slang way of indicating zero. They use the word naught. So Autonaut is here to prepare me for my life as an Autonaut, which is kind of a fun wordplay. They do a lot of this stuff. Explore, collect resources, craft structures, tools, and machines. Yay! Automate systems, establish industries, research, colonize. That's a whole lot of stuff we need to do. But let's have a look at stuff and see what we can do. Right, so it definitely looks like we have a very decent start spot right here. We've got some stone right there. Looks like we've got a decent sized small forest here. Some berries. We've got some flowers that we will have to get rid of at some point. A little bit of sticks and stones. This over here will potentially be another forestry area with a little bit of stone there. We've got some fresh water here. So looks like a good, decent map. As with all builder-style games, I'm pretty sure that at some point we will most likely reconfigure and rebuild a good portion of all the stuff that we've previously built. It kind of comes with the territory, I guess. Anyway, I'm not too keen about having Autonaut sitting right there, so I think we will move him up here for now, just on the beach. I'll put him next to the bush here. There we go. Okay, so a bunch of shortcuts. You can look them all up in the key binding stuff if you really need to. That one is just the M key for move. Then you can move stuff around. In any case, we kind of need to get started on some rudimentary tools and other basic stuff so we can get started properly. So let's have a look around first and discover some area, see what we've got here. Yeah, see, that's a nice collection of starter resources. By the way, if you untick the random objects in the map generation, all of these loose items on the ground will not appear. So if you find them annoying, you can just untick the random objects in the beginning when you generate a map, and you won't get any of this stuff. Don't know why you would, but it's one of them things. Some people prefer it that way. Anyway, I'm just gonna collect up these logs quick, which is a relative term. Of course, it's turbo mode. Anyway, all of these nice resources that we've got here in the beginning, they will definitely come in handy. Oops, hands are full. Yes, I know, hands are full. Just collect this up, clean up the area a little bit. We've got a nice apple tree here, which means we can actually get an apple orchard up and running fairly early on. Otherwise, we would have to go looking for it. Not that I've ever really played much with the apple production stuff, to be honest, but maybe I should do that this time around, make one of my food incomes an apple orchard. That might actually be useful. Okay, so at some point we are definitely going to run out of sticks, so for now I'm just going to collect these up quick. There's another acorn there, and that should be fine. So all of these tedious tasks that I'm basically going around doing manually right now, really isn't any point in me doing it manually, because automation is about getting rid of all the tedious repetitive tasks anyway, so let's see about getting some of that done. We can grab a stone and chop down a tree. That's actually part of the initial tutorial stuff that we're being shown how to basically get started doing some of the different things. Right, so let's open up the blueprints, which can be done through E. And get ourselves a crude workbench. With the crude workbench we can start making some tools, which are a little bit better than using a stone on a tree. So this is going to need 2 logs and 2 sticks. So we'll grab a couple of logs and a couple of sticks. And then we have ourselves a workbench. Super nice. So with the workbench we can now craft an axe, we can craft a spade and a pick. And lo and behold, we're gonna need all 3 of them. But let's start with an axe. which takes a stick and a stone. And then we can, let's collect up these stone. Quick, no, actually let's put them down here. We're definitely gonna need these and more. So just to avoid myself forgetting, I'm gonna make a pick quick so I don't forget before I run out of stone and have to walk the entire map just to find some more. So I'm gonna put that over here. These boulders, we can chop those down with the pick, and then how is it? Is it Alt, right? No, I don't remember. Yes, if you press and hold the Alt key while holding a tool, you can see whether it's useful for that particular thing that you're hovering over. So a very nice way of figuring out what stuff can do. Right, let's grab this axe and see about making some planks. Then we'll turn the planks into poles. So if you chop a log, we'll get a plank. If you chop a plank, we'll get two poles. Right. Right now we don't exactly have a whole lot of trees right here. We could just chop them all down. Yeah, let's actually let's get a spade. Might as well. So we'll get a spade, and then we can dig some holes, which of course is going to be pretty annoying doing, but whatever. Dig a hole, and we can stuff a tree seed in a hole, and that will then grow a fresh tree for us. So for now we'll just dig a few of them here. Oh, there's a stick. Nice. Let's just get that stick and dump it on top of the stack we've got already. And then this will do for now. Put that there, grab 4 of these. Plant up some trees. This basic stuff is part of the tutorials. So you basically get dragged through this entire oh, then you got to do this to get that, and craft up one of these, and so on and so forth. So if you haven't played it, tutorial definitely teaches you all this stuff. Yes. Gives us the first stuff, including the chopping block, which is super handy, and because the chopping block basically removes the need for spending excessive amounts of axes. That way we can focus our axe spendage on chopping down trees instead of also spending the axes making planks and poles. So I think we will put yeah, let's see, we'll put a chopping block here and another one there. And while we're at it, we'll add in 3 more of these, and we'll also add in a bot assembly unit. This is where we will start building our automation. For now, let's put that over here, I think. Let's see, if we put it here, it's pretty much equal distance, and I still have enough room to put down a box. Okay, cool. We're definitely gonna need the wood, so I'm just gonna chop down these trees quick. And then we can go and collect the resources as needed. And see about getting our first bot made. Definitely want to get a bot that digs out an area, basically just continuously digs holes. So we can put in some more of those acorns and get some tree production going. That would be mighty handy right about now. Right, so this guy needs two logs and 3 planks. So we actually need to borrow this guy. And we'll grab this log because it's so far away, make planks out of that. And one of these as well. So let's get those 2 planks and carry them over here. Grab some more while our axe is still working. Oops. There we go. Okay, so 3 of these. And then we'll just put that there for now. And 1 log and another one. I'll grab this guy. There we go. We now have the foundation for constructing automation, which is super cool. So each bot is going to need 1 log, 3 planks, 1 pole, and 1 tree seed. So let's see about getting some more planks. Might as well just chop these 2 because they're so far away. That'll give us a little surplus of planks, which will come in handy at some point. So we'll put 3 of them in here, like so. Go grab a pole. And then snag, actually we just need to put down the axe quick, so we can put the acorn or tree seed in our backpack, and then grab the log, so we can finish up the recipe here. Like so. And lo and behold, we have our first bot. So for this, I'm just gonna make a team quick called forestry. Then I can put all my forestry bots in there. You're ready to start automating? Yes, I am. You're absolutely right. So this is gonna be a hole digger. So his job will be, actually I'm gonna put -1 on because I probably want to add another one at some point, simply because it takes so long to dig the holes. So kind of want to see if we can speed that process up a little bit. Right, so I'm holding a spade and I'm gonna hit record and show the bot what to do. So I basically want it to go find a spot on the ground and dig a hole. So we'll put our forestry stuff right here in a 7x7, that should be fine. And for now we're just gonna have him do this repeatedly, and when he is done, we're gonna have him go stand, I don't know, right here for example. So when the shovel that he will be given in a moment, when that breaks, he won't be able to go find stuff anymore. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get to learn the game basics and whatnot, but we'll get there. Anyway, when the shovel breaks, his hands will then appear empty, which will force it to jump out of this loop and then move to this particular spot. That's then an indication to me that he needs a shovel. But there's a nifty little trick that we can use as well, which we're going to use here. So we're going to have this bot shout a message to me that it needs another shovel. So that'll create a pop-up on screen that basically posts the message that I write. So when you're in record mode, if you have nothing in your hands and you hit the letter Z or Z, it'll add a shout command. If you prefix the shout command with a hashtag like this, you can type out pretty much any message. A new spade. So I need a new spade, and that will then become basically a pop-up dialog with an OK button to tell me that this bot needs a new spade. So he will basically tell me actively when he needs another shovel to run. There we go. Holding the spade, right-click the stopped bot, and I will throw the spade to him, and then I can start him. There we go. And then we can just forget about him for now. So we still have a lot of stuff here to do, so let's see about maybe making this one. And then this one particular workbench here, I think I'll make into a permanent axe crafting station. And just to keep things a little more organized, I'll rename this workbench to workbench that makes axes. There. And then we'll rename this to, or set this to be the pick, and rename that to be, the rename button is L, by the way. So we'll rename this to pick. There we go. And then we need to craft up that one as well. And we're quickly running out of sticks. 2 logs. Do we have to? Yes, we just exactly have 2 of them. There we go. And this bot is just digging one hole after another, which is absolutely awesome, because then we don't have to. There we go. Let's get a spade thingy, rename that workbench to indicate that this one is the one that makes spades. The reason I'm renaming them is just to basically keep the scripts a little more readable once we start building more bots and adding in more scripts for stuff for them to do. It just makes it easier to read a script that says go to the workbench that makes axes rather than go to workbench 5. That doesn't exactly tell us a whole lot about what that particular workbench actually does. It just tells us that it has the number 5 and doesn't really help us much. So that's basically what it's all about. Get that. Oh, there's a stick there too. Grab these quick, stuff them in the pile over there, and then retrieve the acorn. And we'll go grab 4 more of these and stuff them in the holes here so we can get some more trees, because we are going to need a lot of wood. Keep in mind that making one bot takes 3 planks, so that's a minimum of two logs to make those 3 planks. It also needs a pole, so that completes those 2 logs, plus another log itself, and a tree seed, just to make one. So that's 3 full logs and a tree seed to make one bot. So 3 trees, they're gone pretty quick. Anyway, let's grab the axe and chop down these. In the bot script, it does say find soil, but it's clever enough to figure out that soil also means soil with a tree stump on top of it, so it'll figure out which one, which tiles to dig. And there goes the axe. Right. So next little issue is that this bot actually ran out of power, so we need to go wind it. I'll get rid of these first. Yeah, you can pick up the log. Thank you very much. And then I'll go wind up the bot. There we go. Cool. Let's collect a few more of these. Eventually we'll have bots doing all of this tedious stuff for us, so it's just a matter of time. Right, so we have 4 logs here now, and see, he ran out. I need a new spade! Good way of keeping track of these, at least here in the beginning. Remember, you don't have to put in things like this, but I find it pretty handy in the beginning, so I can keep track of when they run out, at least until I've got the tool crafting automated. Anyway, he needed a spade, and we're gonna need 2 axes for these, so we'll grab 2 sticks, and then grab the other one there, and 2 stones. And then just make the 2 axes that we're gonna need, because then we can pick up both of them by stuffing one in the backpack and carrying the other one. And that will then let us carry 2 tools instead of just 1. So I've got a log here, and go grab another one. Now the cool thing about using these is that they don't have any durability on the axes themselves, so we can run these continuously. And again here I'm gonna rename these to chop block, and this would be for planks, and I'll put 1 in there. That's just to indicate that this is the first one. And then when I need to upgrade these or expand the production throughput a bit, I can add another chopping block and then call that 2, so I can keep the bot scripts separated. And this one will be set up for poles, like so. So I'll rename that to chop block pole, and this would be 1 as well. There we go. Okay. So this is a bit in preparation of being able to automate this stuff, just like everything else. See, part of the how should I put this? Part of the obstacles that we're facing at the moment is getting sufficient throughput on things and getting things automated, so we don't have to run around doing all these tedious things ourselves. And part of that is also kind of trying to plan out how to set up things a little bit so it is beneficial for us in a way where we can fairly easily automate it. See, I'm down to 3 rocks now, so I'll go grab that one. There we go, and we're gonna need an axe to get a couple of trees, so we need 3 to make this, basically. Though we do have a bunch of planks and some poles, so we basically just need that 1 tree that's actually sticking outside of the forestry zone area. And this guy ran out of power again, so we'll go grab him. There we go. Grab a stick, and then we'll go make an axe. There we go. And then we'll chop down this tree. And we'll just use this 1 log so we can make 1 more bot, and that 1 bot will become the one that chops. No, actually we'll have it do the planting. Yeah, we might as well have it do the planting, and then it'll be a little easier for us to deal with the rest of this stuff. So let's grab another plank and grab a pole, and then we've got a planter. Now this bot's script will be a little bit rudimentary, I guess. We'll call this replant. I'm a derp on the keyboard today. Tree. There we go. Right. Okay, so this guy we want to have go find a tree seed somewhere. and then basically have him look for a hole. Actually, I think we're gonna do a little, yeah, let's have him search the area and basically do that continuously until his hands are full or he can't find anymore. Let's see, did we get the corner up there? I believe so, yes. So this would be the center tile. Expand to full area. That unfortunately at the moment includes those little stacks up there, but doesn't matter. We still have a few outside the range here, so that's good. Have him do this until his hands are full, and should he fail, meaning he can't find another tree seed, then it'll exit out of this loop, and then we'll have him go find a hole to put the tree seeds into, and have him continuously do this until his hands are empty, and do that forever. So he's just going to roam the area, find all the tree seeds, and put them back in the holes. That should be good. I need a new spade. Yes, you do. You are absolutely correct, my good bot. So let's see if we can provide you one, shall we? And we're fast running out of stones, so I think the next bot we make will be doing a little bit of quarry work for us, so we can produce some more boulders and stuff. I'm not too worried about sticks at the moment, simply because every time we chop down a tree, there's a good chance that we get one stick. So it shouldn't be a huge issue for us in terms of getting more sticks. The current issue is basically just getting some more stone, because we're fast running out. So we'll see, grab an axe and chop down a couple of trees. See, we've got 3 planks here, which means we actually have enough so that we right now just need to chop down one. Let's see, were we lucky? Doesn't look like it. But we've got one there, so we'll just grab that one. And then grab the pole first, stuff it in the backpack, just to be a little more efficient about the movement. There we go. And we'll make a team called Quarry. There we go. And then this guy we'll set to be Dig Boulder for now. He needs some power. There we go. So stuff him in the quarry team. Let's go grab the pick. And we'll basically just have him dig this boulder until the boulder is gone. So repeat this forever. Exit on fail, so that basically lets us jump out of the loop when 2 failure modes occur. One of them being the boulder is gone, the other one if the pick breaks. So in that case, we'll just have him go over to the pick workstation and then have him shout, "I need another pick." There we go. And then we'll throw him the pick and have him go do his thing. And then we'll go wind up this guy. There we go. And then I think I'm gonna grab 4 of these and put them over by the bot station, because we do need them. So we prefer not have the planter bot go pick them up. And then the rest of this clutter we'll just put in here for now. And then later on, when we get the bots for it and the storage and such, a bot will take care of collecting these for us. So Right, let's chop down a couple of more trees and see if we can get some more bots going. Now that we have an income of stone, we also have the option to craft up more tools. So the next bot would will probably want a bot that chops down the trees for us. So that's what we're gonna do next. Grab an acorn and a log and go make another bot. And then we actually need to chop up some more planks and poles and whatnot, so we'll do that as well. And this is where the chopping block comes in very handy. So chop up some more of these. Of course, right now it's pretty inefficient that I'm running back and forth just to go pick up a log and chop it into planks and such, but part of the automation is coming up with good ways of dealing with all the stuff that needs doing, so we'll figure something out. There we go. Get some more planks. And we're good to go. So we'll grab 2 of these and make them into poles, just because we are going to need them. So grab these. And then grab that extra pole we've got up there, grab a plank, make a bot. Yes, we have a bot. Nice. So this will be our, let's see, chopped tree. We'll put that guy in there, and then we'll go fetch the axe and go axe down a tree. And then I just need to adjust the area to envelop the tree farm right there. So we'll have him continuously do this until his hands are empty. And when his hands run empty, we'll have him go over here and have him tell me that, dude, give me X now. Just because we can. There we go. Go chop some trees. Awesome. So this guy ran out of power, and he's probably gonna scream at us now when the boulder's gone. And this guy's out of power, but do we have? Yes, we do. Okay, so we're gonna do a little trick here, because we definitely need to do something. So let's grab this log, sorry, and stuff it in there. Grab that log and make that into planks, because then we get exactly 3 planks that we need. And then we'll make a winder bot. A winder bot is pretty useful because that then takes care of the rewinding of the bots for us, at least for the forestry area. So set this guy up, and he will become part of the forestry. So we'll call him Winder Forestry. That should leave us some more leeway to go do all the other stuff that we need to do as well. So let's reposition this, and when he's done, we're gonna put him, I don't know, right here maybe. So we'll put him there so we can find him and have him do this forever. I need another pick. Yes, you do. Except you don't. So I do believe... Oh, actually his pick did break. Trees chopped, 30. Soil, blah, blah, blah. Nice. Forestry, yay. A little bit of decor. There we go. I need a new spade. Holy crap, you guys are demanding today. Right. Okay, so we need both a spade and a pick. So let's get those crafted up and get these guys working again. There we go. Go dig some holes. Thank you. Then we'll reprogram the boulder digger. Because he will need to do something else now. We don't really need him to look for boulder anymore. We just need him to dig the stone deposits instead. Oops. I'm a derp. So stop. Yes, I knew. Okay. Quit bitching. Right. So now we can record. Dig this. So I'm just going to resize this area a little bit so it's not that big. It doesn't have to be. Like that instead. And then we'll put these inside there and give him the pick. And for now, we'll just let him dig, and then we'll collect up all the stone later. Because regardless, we're gonna need it. And at some point, I think he runs into the issue of the area being filled and can't get at the stone deposits. So it should be self-regulating that way, and if push comes to shove, we can always just leave him over by the workbench for a bit. So we'll just do that. Let's get this guy an axe so he can go make some more logs for us, which we're definitely gonna need, so go make some more. Thank you. And then we'll do one more log. Maybe grab this one, I think. Yeah, grab this one. And let's see if we can actually make a pallet now. I think we can. Yes, so we can make a pallet. So we're gonna have the next bot go collect all of the logs and stuff them into this pallet right here. That's gonna need 3 planks, as well as 2 poles, so we should be fine. And that leaves 1 plank and 1 pole, so we'll go grab 1 more log, and on the way just change this to log storage forestry. There we go. So that's our initial collection point. And make a bot that does the log collecting from our forestry area. So we'll basically just have a bot go collect the logs and stuff them in the log storage over here. Like so. I actually needed to make some planks. There we go. Slightly inefficient, but whatever. There we go. Sweet. So this guy will collect log. I'll probably add another one just to kind of speed up the process. Here, go find a log. I mean, right now, they can pretty much only carry 1 log just like me, but for the sake of future-proofing, so I don't have to reprogram him, we'll just do until his hands are full. Because if and when the bot upgrades and becomes capable of carrying more than 1 bot, then he will just automatically expand and pick up those extra logs. So we should be fine. Then we'll have him go here and drop off the log, and again do a repeat, but this time until his hands are empty, and he will keep doing this forever. So that just lets us, or lets him go collect the logs, and we don't really need to worry about this particular script at any point, because it'll just adjust automatically to whatever the bot's capabilities are. Right, so next up would be to get some more of these added in maybe. Let's see, 1, 2, so if we put one there and one there, we should be fine. Let's get another bot and have it, yeah, let's go snag a few more of these because we're gonna need them. There we go. And then at some point we're gonna have to grab that replanter bot. Yes, I know you need a new spade. I'll come give you a new spade. There we go. Kind of handy having that extra shout thing. Just because then they don't sit idle for too long. Let's go. Wow, seriously? Dude, gimme. Okay, okay, I'm on my way. I am on my way, good sir. Get you a new spade, so you can go chop down some more trees. There you go. Happy? Yay. Grab one of these planks, that'll give us 2 poles. And then we will have this next bot do the planks for us. So we'll basically just have it chop up planks more or less infinitely, with a little bit of limitation. Let's see, got a brown there. And we'll call this the, I don't know, woodworks. There we go. And this guy needs a winder. And then we'll put him in there, and he will become the make plank. He belongs to the first one, so -1. And here we will make use of some of the status reporting that all the different devices can do. So we'll start by having him go pick up a plank, and then we'll do a quick check to see if his hands are empty. That way I can stop and restart the script without him either getting stuck somewhere or clogging up his hands with a lot of stuff that he doesn't need to pick up. So it's just a nifty little trick. Next up, we'll have him go there and add the log to the chopping block. And since we now have that, we can make use of a little nifty trick, which is basically that we want him to move to the chopping block and keep moving to it. If he's already there, he's basically just going to skip that step. But we'll have him effectively wait in this position until the output pad of the chopping block becomes empty. When that happens, he adds the log that he's got in his hands to the chopping block, and then repeat forever, takes him to now have empty hands, go pick up another log and wait for the output to become empty. Nifty little trick. So we're just going to grab these 2 right away, because we're going to need them for here. And we'll go add that to this guy, and then pick up those 2. See, right now he's stopping because the output fills up, and kind of has to wait for those 2 planks to be removed. That's why he's just sitting there. The idea with these 2 pallets is to get some pallets that we can store planks and poles in. and then have another bot go pick these up and store them. Just to, you know, automate the process a little bit, right? So let's grab these 4 poles, because this one needs 2 and that one needs 2. Then we can grab these 2. That one needs 1, that one needs 1. And then the rest of it is logs. And we should be good to go. So there. This would be plank storage, and that's part of the woodworks. There we go. And then we'll grab another one. Yes, I will come give you an axe. Since you're asking so nicely. Just make some poles here, quick. See, at the moment, our replanter bot can't quite keep up with the whole digger, but once I reconfigure this to have one bot go pick up the tree seeds and the replanter bot go pick up from a storage to do the replanting, then the whole process is going to speed up drastically, which will then put the whole setup in basically a bottleneck in terms of speed. So there's measure to the madness. That's part of the woodworks. So there. And let's grab these 2 and one of these. And one of these. Yes, I shall come give you a new spade in just a second. There we go. So you need an axe and you need a spade, and this guy needs to be wound up again. See, it definitely helps once all of this stuff is automated, but we'll get there. Go please. There we go. Go dig some holes. All good. Okay, so while we're at it, I figure we might as well add in, let's see, if we add in, don't really want to block this up, but on the other hand, guess we might as well. So to do that, we're gonna have to remove that stump. But I'm also gonna need these, and we're gonna need some more up here. So that's a lot of planks and poles that we need here. So we definitely want to get this woodworks stuff up and running, so we can have them do all the planks and poles for us. So this guy's gonna go in here, and he's gonna do store plank 1. That's gonna be his job. So he's gonna look for planks right here, and he's gonna do this ×2. The reason I'm not picking until hands full is because he can pick up 3, or he can hold 3 items. And since each log only produces 2, that's gonna have him get stuck there for half a log processing time, which will end up stalling them. So this way is a little better. There, and then we'll just have him go here and add this until his hands are empty. And he can do this forever. So there we go. That'll have him pick up 2 and then go put them in the storage for us. Sweet. Let's get a pole and 3 planks. And I actually think I want to move this a little bit. So let's move this up here instead. Yeah, let's put them here. That's probably a little better. There we go. Then I just need a log. Actually, we'll just grab this one, because why not? And then we'll basically repeat the process for the chopping blocks, except we'll do it for poles, which means we need to go to the plank storage to pick up the source material instead of the log pallet. So let's go wind this guy up. And he will then be making poles on workstation 1. Put him in there where he belongs. So we'll have him go, let's see. See, he can potentially, we'll have him do one at a time. Because this is just gonna be a huge mess if we want to try and effectively optimize the amounts, because they can only hold 3 items and I can hold 4. It's going to be just a lot of ugly math that will probably never work anyways. So let's wait until this guy's output is empty, same as the other one. So there's literally no difference here. So we'll have him do that. And then we'll go build one more. Okay, I will come make an axe for you in just a moment. Then we'll grab the log on the way back. There we go. So you go do your thing again. Thank you. Then we'll grab a log from here and go make us another bot. And this guy is gonna be the one storing the poles for us. Bots made 10, yay! Basic robotics, so that's very nice because now we can make ourselves a little scooter, which will let us get around a little quicker. Rewind you dude up, and you will be doing the pole storing for that workbench there. So, and again here, pick up ×2, same as before. And just as before, we'll have him add here until his hands are empty, and repeat this process forever. There we go. So effectively at some point, as you can see here, this bot is basically stuck at the plank storage right now, because the plank storage is full, and the bot can't really add to a full pallet, so it's just going to wait there until it can add. And that then automatically stops the production of any further planks on the chopping block, because, well, it's not able to produce one because the output is full. So while we're here, we'll just add in another workbench quick. We're gonna need it at some point anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. I just want to build that scooter quick, so I can get around a little quicker. There we go. And then now that we've got poles and planks going, we will be able to craft up these storages. But I actually need to do a couple of spades, come to think of it, because, oh, actually, I think I'm just gonna borrow this guy's spade for a bit. Dig up this tree stump, and then to fill in a hole, actually I think that, yeah, so to fill in a hole, you just dig it again. And then we'll throw the shovel to this guy and have him go do his thing. And then we need to check this guy. Yeah, he's actually offset by 1. So Let's record him, move this up there. I think that's where it needs to be. So we'll just put it there. Go. Right. So with that in place, we can now move this blueprint over there. And then we'll go grab a whole bunch of these poles and whatnot. So we can get all of these storage boxes built. Each of them needs 4 poles and 4 planks, so quite a bit of stuff to do. There we go. Then we'll grab some planks. There we go. Nice. 25 of each. Lumber! Yay! Give me X now! Yes, I will. I most certainly will. Since you're asking so nicely. There we go. Right. Go chop some more trees, dude. I know we need them. So we'll grab some more planks. And then once we're done with these, we'll get them. Well, in May they expanded it with basically a whole new age, so there's a ton more certificates now. See, there we go. Colonists cultured, blah 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 blah. So we basically went from, well, they added 2 more. We got the farming on level 6, and we got the colonists level 7. Those 2 were added, I think. Don't remember exactly, but then I think I only got to, I don't know, level 4 research, something like that. Don't remember. Basically, had other stuff to do, so wasn't playing it much at the time. And at some point we're gonna need to set up a winder over here too. This guy. There we go. Right. Okay, so now we're slowly beginning to get up some more stuff. We're beginning to build towers of stuff, actually. So I think we need to fix up some of this stuff a little bit. Part of that would be having basically a bot collecting all of the tree seeds, have one collect all the sticks and put them in boxes here. So I'm gonna add up 2 more bots and have them do this. And then add 1 more bot to collect the logs, and then I'm gonna rearrange the tree chopper bot so that he doesn't chop down trees when this pallet is full, basically. Because there's really no need for him to keep chopping if that pallet is already full. That way we have a stopgap measure so they just don't go completely bonkers building up these massive towers of stuff everywhere. Part of that process, though, is that I actually need to go find, get some more sticks. So I think I'm gonna do stick, and this would then be forestry 1. Forestry 1. So we'll do that, yep, and we'll do the tree seed in the forestry 1. There we go. Just a force of habit doing things that way. I'll grab a log, tree seed, and then a pole, and 3 of these. And yes, we can automate the crafting of bots. It's just going to take 5 bots to do. But it is doable. The main thing is that before we start setting this up for automation, we kind of need the tree seeds collected and stored. So for now, we're going to hold off doing that setup, at least a little bit still, because we need the other stuff collected up first. So this guy is going to be collecting sticks. There we go. We'll put him in the forestry. And then we'll see if we can get him to go pick up some sticks. Go pick up Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Should be there, I think. And then we'll just expand this to full, so he can pick up however many there are around. And we'll have him do this until his hands are full. When they are full, we'll have him go put them in this box. Like so, until your hands are empty, and repeat this forever. There we go. I need a new spade. Yes, you do. And you need a new axe. Yes, you do. But you can't have one right now because I have no sticks to make them from. So you're gonna have to wait. And while they do their thing, I'm just gonna add in a couple more of these over here. Because I would like to get one box up here for storing picks and one for storing the stone. So I'm just going to go grab this. And it doesn't matter that the other bots are idle at the moment. I'm sure that we will catch up eventually. I mean, the collector bot should still be doing his thing. Though he's actually... Ah, okay, so I need to fix him at some point. Let's get these in here. Collect log, because you can't apparently find the logs that are outside the area, of course. So we're just gonna have to expand this to full, and now he can find them. That was a little derp up on my part. Stuff happens. There we go. Okay. Right. So that yields us 2 extra crates that we can use over here, and then we'll eventually have a bot added in here that just collects up all these stones and puts them in a box here. So we'll have one box there and one box here. Actually, I think we'll do this instead, just so we can see them. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Right, wind up this guy, and then we'll put the stone in this box. We'll just collect it up quick and bring some over to the tool area. There we go. And you could ask yourself why I'm doing what I'm about to do. See, the 2 extra boxes here are intended for axes and for spades. But I also have put up a blueprint for a crate here at each of the workstations. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I find it more efficient to set up local storages of whatever is needed, say in the case of the tree farm. I find it more efficient to have a local cache of spades and axes that are then delivered by a supply bot somewhere. rather than have the bot walk all the way from here all the way to wherever I put up my toolworks to pick up either a spade or an axe there, and then walk all the way back to where the forest is to go do the work. So I'm just going to add in an extra supply bot that basically just makes sure that these crates are always full. That way there's a single short distance to get to the tools where they are needed, and there's a bot that deals with doing the long traveling, which can easily be done while the bot is out chopping trees, for example, or digging holes. So it's just to increase the efficiency, lessen the time spent basically doing nothing. So that's what this is all about. For this, I'm gonna add up 2 more here. And this guy needs to be wound up, and so does this guy. And there we go. Yes, let's see about this guy needing a... So we've got some sticks here. We definitely need to get this digger going again, because we need stuff planted. So there we go. And I'm just gonna snag a tree seed and a log and go make another bot to collect the tree seeds and stuff them in the tree seed box, and then I'm gonna reprogram the replanter to go fetch the tree seeds from the tree seed box instead of picking them off the ground. That's gonna be a little more efficient, so we'll do this guy. He will be doing the tree seed collecting, collect tree seed. So that'll be his job. Fairly boring job, but somebody's got to do it, right? There we go, and just need to readjust this a bit and then expand it. There we go. Keep doing this until your hands are full. When they are, go to the box and unload. Until your hands are empty, and you will keep doing this. There we go. That's the tree seed collector, and then we need to change this guy because he needs to go fetch from the box instead of searching on the ground. So we'll add in a check here. No, actually, we'll do a yeah. Nah, we'll put in on if let's see, if hands are not full. Yeah, we'll do that. Go there. I said go there. Thank you. And then do this until your hands are full. So he'll go to the box and fill up his hands with tree seeds, and then he's gonna go find a hole here somewhere and plant the tree seed. So we'll rename him to plant tree seed. There we go. And you can now go. There you go. And this guy ran out of juice again, but that should be fine. Though we'll go make another bot for the quarry. And this guy's job will be to collect all the stone over there and put it in the box, and then we'll change the digger script to basically stop digging when the stone box is full. That way he's not continuously doing the digging stuff. And actually I think I'm just gonna go snag a let's see, yes, this guy ran out, so there we go, keep going. And we'll need one of these and one of these. And then I think we'll slowly get that guy going again. So I'm just gonna... Alrighty, you have a good day. Yeah, it's day your time, so have a great day, and we'll catch you some other time. Let's see, I wanted to make a pick so I can go put that in the box here and fix this guy. There we go. Right, so while we're doing this, we'll have to go wind this guy up because I don't have any automation on there just yet. Right, so this guy will be collecting the stone over at the quarry. So we'll put him in there. And then we'll have him go pick up the rocks over here. And put them in the box. So we'll have him do this inside of this little area. Like so. And we'll have him do this until his hands are full. And when that's done, he's going to go there to unload until they're empty, and he's going to do this forever. Right, so this would be the stone at the quarry. And this would be the crude pick at the quarry. Quarry. There we go. Crude pick, quarry, and then we'll go make another bot and have him do the winding over here before we fix the digger script. So for that we are going to need a tree seed, which we currently don't have. So we're going to have to start up that chopper bot again. Go. Yes, you probably do. So let's grab a stick and a stone. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but not my spirit. There. Go dig some holes. Diggy diggy. Nice. Right. So, okay, so for the moment I think I'm just gonna delete these 5 blueprints and just set them up over here instead, just to make it a little quicker to craft them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way I don't have to run so far. Like so. There we go. Sweet. That will then let us get all of this stuff prepared for when we get the bots to actually do it. And this is where you sometimes wish that on stream you could just fast forward past these tedious spots. But unfortunately no such thing on a live stream. Would be neat though, kind of a time warp forward. There we go. Right, so we need 1 for the pick, 1 for the spade, 1 for the axe, and then we're gonna need a supply spot for stone and for sticks, because those are the materials. So we'll grab these and stuff them up here. There we go. Nice. That was the mining achievement. Thank you. Not that I really need it, but whatever. This is then the stone supply at the tool shop. And this other one is going to be the stick supply. So at some point I'm gonna have a bot go fetch sticks and put sticks in this box over here. So this would be the stick supply at the tool shop. That way we know that these belong here. And that'll just make part of it a little easier. So I still needed a tree seed to go craft up another bot. So that's what we're doing. There. And this will also be for the quarry, because we kind of need to keep the bots over there wound up. So this will be the winder for the quarry. And his script will basically be identical to the other winder scripts, but at the moment I don't really have any means of copying scripts over just yet. So we'll just have him do it. And move this to the center there, and just for the sake of argument I'm gonna expand the area, and then we're gonna have him stand here when he's not doing anything. So there we go. Yes, I know. And he will then take care of winding up these two. This guy I still need to fix. So I'm gonna stop him, and when he's done digging, we can rearrange his script a little bit. Dig stone, and I'll add a 1 on it because at some point I'm probably gonna need to add another one. So let's put a record in here. When you are done with that, you're gonna go pick up a pick from there, and we're gonna do this until this box is full, and then we're gonna have him move there, and then he's basically gonna wait until the box becomes not full. When that happens, he's gonna go digging again, and then we're just gonna put in a check here to see if his hands are empty. If they are, go pick up a pick, and we'll do this forever. So with this, he should take care of digging up stone whenever that box is not full, and if he runs out of a tool, he'll go pick up a new one. So go. There you go. Oh, wrong position. Hehe. Derpy me. When you are out of tool stuff, I think we'll just put you there instead. I forgot that that position was all the way over there. Not good. Yes, I know you need a spade. I shall come fix a spade for you. The tree chopper dude needs some tools as well, so we'll make a spade and an axe. And just to get things situated, we'll just for a moment do this quick, and then give that to him. Go dig some more holes, and we'll do the same thing over here, and put this guy up to chop some more trees, because then we can rename this as the crude axe supply. Supply tool shop. There we go. And this would then be the crude spade supply. Supply from the tool shop. There we go. And we'll do one for the axe as well. Me no speak English today. You speak English. Hey AJ. as I was trying to say when my speech box failed, we needed one for the crude pick as well. So supply, and that's in the tool shop, so that's all good and fine. Cool. Right, and he just went and picked up the pick down there, so that's all good. We'll grab it and deliver it for him, so he can run for a little bit extra. But we're actually running pretty decently with our setup now. I do think that I need to rearrange this guy. I need to rearrange the hole digger as well. But to do that, I will need a couple of sticks more, so I might as well take a stack with me. Whoops, I need one there, and then a couple of these, and I'm out, which is not good. So I'll go snag some more stones. And then put the rest in the box. There we go. Because then we can go here. We'll do this one as the X storage in the forestry. There we go. And then the other one will become the spade storage. Crude spade storage, forestry 1. There we go. Nice. Alright, so that's kind of in preparation of getting these tool crafting thingamajiggies automated as well. Right now though, I think I want to grab the hole digger here and change him up a bit. And oh, he ran out of power, that's why. Right, so this guy, right now he's shouting up. You're streaming this on your mobile? That's expensive. Dang, heck. Seriously, connect to your Wi-Fi instead, that's a lot cheaper. That's what I do at home. Right. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, you can always watch the VODs afterwards, and for this series I'm gonna put it up on my my YouTube channel as well. I'm gonna see about uploading the episodes or sessions pretty much on a daily basis as I finish the stream. So you can go there to watch them if you miss one. Don't worry about it, AJ. I'm gonna post it in the streaming channel on my Discord. I'm gonna post a link on my Discord in the streaming channel directly to the playlist on YouTube that I'm gonna create for this series, so you can jump on it straight. So shouldn't be a huge issue. Anyways, this is the hole digger, so we need to get this guy to walk to this box and pick up a spade whenever his hands are empty, and just to let me restart and stop the scripts without things getting stuck, we're gonna add in a check here. That's just to ensure that I can restart the script without it getting stuck, trying to fetch a spade when it doesn't really need to. Yes, shut up. So he can now go there, and then we're gonna do the same thing for this guy, so we can stop him from being so freaking rude all the time. It's basically just a repeat of the other script, so nothing major. If his hands are empty, go to this box and pick up an axe, and you should be good to go. So the only thing that's going to happen now is that they are going to get stuck here when those boxes are empty. So that's gonna be a little bit of an issue, but it's nothing that we can't fix. For now, I need another tree seed box, so we're gonna grab one here quick, or rather make one. Primarily because I want to make sure that this box doesn't run dry. So to avoid that happening, at some point I'm going to add in a bot that just looks at the tree seed box, and if it's ever runs full, it'll grab however many it can carry and then deliver them over here. We also need to set up a winder bot here, but right now I think I just want to move this tool shop a little bit, because it's getting a little bit annoying having it sitting here. So how about we do something like this, for example, and then put, let's see, we need a space of 2, so we'll do stone there. Actually, we'll put stone there and sticks there. So that's not going to be enough. Oh, actually it is. Never mind. Spade and pick. And then I need to move in one space down. That will leave just enough room for, let's see, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. Yes. That should be fine for now. And then we can just put this guy over here. Not that we need him all that much just yet, but that's just a bit of preparation. Anyway, this guy ran out of power, so I think it's time that we do something about the whole running out of power over here issue. So we're gonna add in a Woodworks winder bot. That's gonna take care of this area for us, just so we don't have to worry about them running out of power constantly. So that's gonna be this guy. Wind him up. Winder, Woodworks. There we go. Stuff him in there. And then we'll have him go find these guys. That one, this one, and I'm just gonna put it up to cover this area basically. I don't want to have him do this guy as well, because I'm gonna have the controller bot do that for us. That's gonna control crafting up a new bot automatically. And this guy we're gonna place, where are we going to put him? Because don't really want him walking all this way, so we'll just place him there, I think. There, go. That should take care of that. Right. Okay, so now we are pretty much in the green in terms of having a surplus of tree seeds and sticks and whatnot, so we should be good. Let's see, I would actually like another log collector, which is going to be a little bit of a problem, so I think we'll just slowly get the crafting of new bots automated. That will dig a little bit into the wood stuff. Then yeah, it's not going to be enough. Stop this guy quick. Let the others catch up. And then at some point we're going to have We will have dug into the stocks a little bit so we can modify these scripts and get them running a little bit more smoothly so we don't overproduce like this. Not that it matters all that much because it's gonna get spent, but we don't want to end up drowning in stuff. Besides, these guys are going to require some tools and whatnot made, so I think setting up auto crafting of bots might be a good idea now. So let's get that done. Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see the Twitch design layout change today. I mean, I do like the fact that they finally added in an option to let us set up our schedules instead of having to use those tiny text panels for it. So that's kind of nice. But other than that, I think it takes a bit of getting used to. But I guess that could be said for pretty much any kind of change. Okay, let's see. This is a little bit of a puzzle. Um, uh, yeah, it does show a follower count. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. But it's one of them things. This is not my primary income, so to speak. So to me, it's the number of followers is not all that important to me. I'm doing this because I think it's how do I describe this? I do this for fun. I don't do this for income. So if people want to follow and find what I'm doing interesting, then awesome. Thank you for following. Absolutely. But other than that, it's not like I need to make a name for myself or I have to turn this into some sort of additional statistic. Yeah, well, don't really matter that much to me. I know it matters a lot to other people, and all honor and respect for that, but it's not something that really concerns me too much, to be honest. Okay, let's get a bot shop up here. I don't really like that color. Should we go with the blue instead? Yeah, we'll use this. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so right, we need a tree seed supplier. So let's grab him first. And for some reason the backlighting on my keyboard just went out. There we go. So supply tree seed. And he's going to be part of the bot shop, even though that he's not actively crafting. He will be doing some fairly important work anyway. So here we're going to need a repeat loop that waits for this box to be full. And he's going to have to wait at the box. And when it does run full, we're going to have him take his fair share of tree seeds and then go stuff them in this box. There we go. And of course he's going to have to do that until his hands are empty. And he's going to do this forever. So that will, at least to some extent, ensure that we get at least some tree seeds over here so we can actually craft up this thing. While at the same time ensuring that we don't empty out this box by accident, which would be rather catastrophic. Though we can go somewhere else and find some more if push comes to shove, but it's not particularly fun running out of resources and having to run half the map around just to find that one little item that we need. It's a rather big world, so not particularly fun. Right, so, bot crafting automation. We definitely need one bot that adds in a tree seed. So we're just gonna add one there. We're gonna need one bot to add a log. And we're gonna need one bot to add one pole. And then one bot to add 3 planks. And to do all this, I think I'm gonna set up a 5th bot to kind of control the process, while at the same time also winding up a bot here when a new one is crafted. But we'll start with the ones that deal with adding in the different materials, which we can see here. We've been crafting up quite a few of them, so we should know the resources by now. This one will be add tree seed. So he will be going to this box and picking up 1 tree seed. And he is going to wait for a command to actually do this. So whenever he starts, he's going to check if his hands are empty. If they are, he's going to go fetch a tree seed from the storage. Then he's going to wait until he hears a command. This I'm going to change. For now I'm just going to use go. Because if I don't have anything in my hands and I'm not recording and I hit the Z key, the C key, my Autonaut will yell go exclamation point as a yell command, and thereby I can yell at the bot to go do the thing. So grab this, put it there, and this will then ensure that it goes to fetch a seed, and when it hears the go, it'll add it to the bot assembly. So he's going to go fetch a seed, and then he's going to go stand there and basically just wait for me to shout at him. So that helps in getting some of this stuff done. I will go grab the other parts here so we can make another one. There we go. And this guy is then going to be the one adding the log. Add log. So he is going to go fetch a log, and he's gonna go add it to this guy. There we go. And then we can do a similar setup for this. Check that his hands are empty. If they are, go to the log storage in the forestry, pick up a log, and then he's gonna repeat until he hears the go command, like so. Copy that in there, repeat forever, and he's ready to go. So he's gonna go pick up a log, and then he's gonna come back here and wait. And just to avoid him trying to add that log again, I'm gonna do this. Shout. That's gonna get the other bot to do his thing. And now both of them are active. So the next time around, when I shout, both of them are gonna add in their individual items. So the next one we're gonna grab is the pole. Ew. He started anyways, he was not supposed to. Whatever. We'll just do this. There we go. And then this guy, he's gonna add a pole. Like so. And it's basically the same thing. go grab one from there, add them in here, and again, hands empty. Put in a repeat there, wait for the go, like so. Copy that in there, and we're good to go. So we did add that, yep. So he's gonna go fetch a pole. Then I can add these. And this will then be the one that adds in the planks. So if I do go now, the other bots are going to add in all the stuff, but I'm just going to wait for this guy to finish. So he will be the one that adds planks, because then I can just hit a single go and they will effectively craft up a bot for me. So if his hands are empty, he's going to go up here and fetch 3 of these. Now, there's a reason that I'm gonna put in 3 right now. That's because if I at some point do an upgrade and the bot will become capable of carrying more than 3 items and I use hands full, then he's gonna carry too many items. Because the recipe only needs 3. So for now, we're just gonna do this. Grab these, and here until here. Just gonna here go. Add these. So these we don't need. We do need this one, and we do need this one. There we go. So he's sitting up there. Hit go. The other bots will add their items, and there we go. We now have an extra bot. So we can do this guy, have him go pick up, and then we'll have this guy be the one that controls when a new bot needs to be made. So he will become our little bot controller. Bot crafter, I think we'll call him. There we go. Right. So how is this guy gonna work? We're gonna have him sit here basically, and then he's gonna look at the bot assembly, and yeah, we'll use this. Yeah, he's gonna wait until the bot assembly becomes empty, meaning when that bot is removed. That is then going to trigger a bot being crafted, so we're gonna have to add in a command here, craft bot, like so. Then he's gonna wait. So we're just gonna move this guy away, and then we'll let's see. Did I not? No, I did not. So that would be my derp. This needs to be until hands empty, so I'm gonna have to fix this guy, because right now he's got 2 planks there, and he actually needs to go stock up. So go stock up, and we'll do like so. There we go. Then we can fix up the bot crafter, because now he can detect that there's a bot sitting right there, which means we can decrease this to 1 and 1, and then potentially be allowed to move this over there, like so. So when that happens, he is done, and then we're gonna have him wait for, say, I don't know, 5 seconds, and then he's gonna check again. The reason for that is just to give the other bots time to go fetch the extra materials, so hopefully they won't run into too many issues in terms of fetching the resources and being ready to craft up another bot. So this should take care of our bot crafting needs, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so now that we have bot crafting capabilities, I think we'll have a look at setting up some supply lines for the tool shop. So let's get that going. Because it would be neat if we could get at least these 3 rudimentary tools that we are in dire need of at the moment automated. So we'll do a tool shop like so, and then we'll start putting bots into this one. So we will need to get some stone and some sticks up to this tool shop area. So we'll start by doing a stone supplier. So this guy will be supplying stones like so. So he's gonna go to this box down here and basically just load up however many he can carry, and then he's gonna go to this box up here and unload however many he can get rid of, and keep doing this forever. There you go. And shortly we should have another new bot online, unless something went derpy, and something did went derpy with the bot thing here. Of course, yes, I'm a derp. So stop all of them. I just need to fix these guys quick because I forgot to change the command here. So this needs to be listened to, or listen for craftbot exclamation point. Go. And the same for this guy. So he's gonna need that too. Go. And this guy's gonna need that too. There we go. And this guy. Because the bot crafter or the bot controller actually went and shouted the command, but none of the other bots were listening for it, so they were just, nah, not gonna happen. There we go. Right. So now they should be working, and he should be winding up the bot. Perfect. And we're good to go. So let's get a stick supplier. Supply stick. Seeing as we've got sticks coming in from the forestry, we'll just go directly to the forestry for now and pick up the sticks there. Eventually I'm probably going to want to do a small change to that setup to get more of a centralized supply chain in terms of where to go pick up supplies for stuff. Again, just to keep things running smoothly until hands are full. Yep, and you'll go there and fill up this box. So that's until hands empty, and you'll go forever. There we go. Right. So that takes care of getting stones and sticks to welcome back. That'll be able to keep stones and sticks flowing up to our new tool shop. So next up we'll do a little bit of tool crafting automation, because at the moment our chopper dude is not doing anything. And the digger guy will run out of durability on his spade at some point as well. So yeah, we definitely need to get this stuff rolling. So that's what we're gonna do. And to do that, I just need to save my control panel, because I have a chinchilla on my desk right now, and I don't want her to be stepping on control buttons for the stream. That would be very bad, yes. There we go. And she's looking at me like what the hell are you saying, Dad? I don't get it. As I'm speaking a different language that she's not used to. Anyway, tool shop, getting stuff crafting right. So we should definitely get the axe going as one of the first things. And I actually think that I'm going to add in another group here. Same setup, except this will be tool shop. I think I'll call it utility this time. Utility. There we go. And then we'll put the suppliers down there, and we'll put the storage bots down there. That should make it a little easier to keep things separated, because we're about to craft up a crap ton of bots. So basically each tool will get a total of 3 bots. The primary reason for that is to be somewhat in sync with the small amount of memory, and B, to keep throughput basically as high as we possibly can. So that's part of the reason, right? So we need to start with an axe, and for that we'll start out with a stick. So we'll go over here, and we'll do a little finagling to get things rolling, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Again, my approach here is strictly for the purpose of being able to stop the bots and restart them again without basically the counts in their hands going out of sync. So this will wait until that workbench is empty, and when it is, we're gonna go add a stick to it. And I think I have a mouse that wants to be a thief. Yep, she just stole a bit of candy. Right, okay, so with this setup, he's gonna go fetch a stick and be ready by the workbench for when it is empty. I don't want him started up just yet, so we'll put him up there, and then we'll grab another bot here, and that will then be make axe stone. Put him up here. And I should probably rename this to crafting. There we go. Right, get this guy set up. He basically needs to do the same thing, except do it with stones instead. So it's pretty much the same script. Wait until the axe workbench is empty, and then he's gonna add the stone to it. See, now that I'm crafting up the stone, I can then start up both of them, and none of them will add anything to the workbench, because there's an axe sitting at the output of it. And hopefully that shouldn't derp up the workbench until I'm done setting up the storage bot. So we'll grab him, and we'll make a bot that stores the axe, put him in utility, and then set him up to go snag the axe, like so, and put it in this box, like so. And then I'll just go here and engage the workbench. The reason for doing that was so that I could get the move to workbench axe command out of it a little easier. It's just to set up the next part of it. So these will go in a repeat loop, and it will repeat looking for an axe there and putting it in this box here until this box is full. So once that box is full, we need the storage bot to go somewhere. And I would prefer that he's close by the workbench, because that's where he needs to pick it up. So we'll just have him continuously move to the workbench so he's close by. And in doing this, it allows me to move the workbench and have all of the bots basically just follow to wherever I put the workbench without having to stop them. So it's a little, I mean, some of it is not strictly speaking needed to get the bot to do what it needs to do, but this is just convenience for my sake when I rearrange things. So that's kind of why I do these setups that way. So all of this is strictly to make it more convenient for myself. Right, so we've got access automated. Now it would be nice if we could get a bot to supply the forestry with fresh axes now that we've got them going. So let's make one of those, supply axe, and put him up in the forestry like so. And then we'll have him go fetch an axe from there in the tool shop and deliver it to the box in the forestry. There we go. And he will keep doing this until the forestry box is full. And when it's full, we'll just have him stay by the box in the forestry. That should be fine. There we go. This then lets me move stuff in the forestry around. I can move the toolboxes or the boxes in the tool shop for the most part while all this stuff is still running. So again, convenience and such. Right, now that we've got access being crafted and supplied, we can actually go in and change the tree chopper. So we will have a quick stab at changing this guy's script a little bit, because I would like to see about having him monitor this pallet over here and effectively only chop the trees until that pallet is full. So we're gonna change this a little bit. Get rid of that. Go find a tree in this area, chop it down. If you run out of axes, go fetch a fresh one, and you will keep doing this until this pallet is full. And when it's full, we'll have you go to the axe storage. That way we can have him follow the box if we decide to move stuff. And he's kind of out of the way and in a spot where we can actually find him. So this will take care of him only chopping while that pallet is not completely filled. Now, since he can chop down a tree much quicker than a bot can go find the log, pick it up and bring it to the pallet, we're going to add in another log collector just to increase the throughput a little bit. So we'll do another log collector and call him 2 and stuff him up there. And then for the sake of being able to actually do it, do the recording, we're just going to stop the other guy quick. And then we'll go record it quick. There we go. That one. And expand it to the entire area. Keep doing this until your hands are full. And when your hands are full, go add them to the pallet until your hands are empty. There we go. Pretty much identical to the other script, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. And we're up and running. So go and go. There we go. The second issue that we will eventually run into here is the speed at which we can dig holes. Versus the speed at which we can plant up new trees, which basically means how fast can we put tree seeds into holes. Now, putting tree seeds into holes is pretty quick, whereas digging the hole takes about 2.5 to 3 times the amount of time. So at some point it would be beneficial to add in another hole digger just to keep the throughput at a decent rate. Right now, though, it seems that we've run into a slight issue called we don't have enough tree seeds. So I'm just going to go snag 4 from here and add them to the box up here, and hopefully the bot will go do its thing, which of course it didn't, so we'll have to do it manually. But yeah, this is definitely an issue. At the moment, we definitely do not have enough tree seeds coming in. And unfortunately, I don't think we yet have the capacity to make a mallet. No, we don't. So let's go into the database of things and items and knowledge and see if we can work out exactly what we need to do in order to get access to the mallet, which is right here under the tools section. So that is a level 1 research tool technology, which means we need to go over here somewhere and figure out what needs doing to get to tech level 1. So tech level 1 is basically a piece of research. So in order to get that, I believe we need the colonization thing made. We need to get the research station up and running and start pumping some of that lovely woo, love, basically, into the research station so we can start unlocking all the goodies. But right now we definitely don't have the capacity to do that just yet. So we're gonna have to make do with what we've got. So in an effort to help alleviate this particular issue a little bit, I'm actually going to add in a extra pallet over here and see if I can stack it 3 tall, and then have a bot or 2 run logs from the forestry pallet over to this pallet and make this sort of a centralized supply area for logs. And then change the script on the plank maker, so he will go fetch logs from this pallet instead. In doing that, we'll add in 3 extra pallets of production capacity, which should help overproduce a bunch of seeds, so we can get the ball rolling on some extra seeds for, whoops, I thought I had 2, for the bud production, because we can't really afford to run out of them. And at the moment we've got it stopping when the pallet is filled with logs, so that's definitely an issue. So let's see if we can alleviate that a little bit by adding up a centralized log storage that we can then pull from instead. That way we can also grab the whole woodworks and bots shop and move it somewhere else. It doesn't have to sit right next to the forestry because we no longer rely on it. We could also, just to again increase the entire capacity and amount of stuff stored, we could add another 2 pallets to these 2 in the woodworks, which would then cause them to craft up a shit ton more of them, which should hopefully help out a little bit with it. For now, though, we kind of need a winder in the tool shop, so we'll add that, and he belongs in the utility stuff, so we'll put him there, and then we'll go over here somewhere and do a recording on winding up this guy, moving this guy over here. Let's see, yeah, that should be fine, full. That should be more than enough. So when he's done doing his thing, we're gonna put him, I don't know, we're gonna put him right there. That should be fine. Whoop, go, there. All right, so right now we are in desperate dire need of a spade. So let's craft up another spade for the digger guy. There we go. Now he can go dig some more holes, which is amazing. We do have these working somewhat, so hopefully the chopper dude will soon have chopped down enough trees to add in some more tree seeds so we can get some more over here. Should be fine. Let's see about getting a supply log to actually we'll call him unjam log. Yeah, and then we'll put him up in forestry. So if this thing is full, we'll put a repeat up here and wait for that pallet to be full. So when it is full, we'll have him fill up his hands, and then we'll have him go to this pallet instead. And empty his hands and do this forever. And then we'll put him up in the forestry. There we go. And then we can rename this log supply. And we'll call this market. Market to sort of indicate that it's kind of a centralized supply area, basically. So for this guy, we're gonna need to get him to fetch the planks from this pallet instead. So we'll get rid of these two and use these two instead. He's still gonna use the same chopping blocks, so that's fine. There we go. And then we'll fix up the bot shop and have the log dude fetch from the centralized instead of the forestry. So that just changes the target a little bit, shortens the distance, but it'll definitely help. Right. So far so good. Let's see, we still have... Oh, we have actually gotten a supply of tree seeds for the crafting over here, so we should have enough to make 12 bots now. And we're gonna need 6 for the remaining 2 tools, so we'll do those. Which is basically just a more or less repeat of what we did when we set up the axe automation. So we'll start with the spade because we're definitely gonna need that sometime very soon. So make spade stick. So he's gonna go fetch a stick from the stick supply over here. Snag that one. And once he's gotten a stick there, we're just gonna put it in a check here to make sure that if his hands are empty, he's actually gonna go snag a stick from the box. Do as I want you to, please. Thank you. Then he's gonna go add it to this workbench. And he's only going to do that if the output on that workbench is empty. And then he's gonna repeat this forever. And I'm not gonna start him yet because I kinda need the workbench to be free of any clutter, and they do derp up now and then. So he's just gonna have to wait for a bit. And this would be the spade and the stone part of it. There we go. Grab him, put him up there. X on the keyboard centers you on your Autonaut, by the way. That's how I'm moving back and forth like that. Right, same kind of setup. Snag a stone, if your hands are empty, this is again just one of those convenience things in case I need to restart things so they don't burp up. Wait until the workbench right here is empty, and then go add to it. And copy that command. That's press and hold Control, then you can toggle them, select it or not, and then Control C, standard Windows copy, will then duplicate the command so you can put it in somewhere else. And now I can start this guy up because we have a spade sitting on the output pad, which means the workbench is not empty, so they won't be adding to it. Start both of them like that, and then we can do the storage one. So this would be the store spade, and we can put him into the utility, jump back, and have him look for a spade right there. Go put it in the box, and while they are crafting that up, we'll go engage the workbench quick, and that's strictly to get that move to workbench. It's just easier this way. Move this outside. And here we are going to repeat picking up the spade and putting it in the box until that box is full. When it's full, we're just going to have the bot move to the workbench and basically follow wherever the workbench is. So if I need to move it, I can do it without having to reconsider my actions before I do it. There we go. Right. The last thing that we need to address right now is the issue of the hole digger in the forestry currently not having a tool. So we need to add a spade supplier to the forestry. So we'll grab another bot, supply spade, and have him go pick up one spade from the tool shop and deliver it to the box in the forestry, like so. And he will keep doing this until the box in the forestry is full, and when it is full, we'll just have him follow the box here, basically. Walk to it every time, stay there. Just, convenience and all that stuff. So that should take care of supplying spades down there. And that will then get the hole digger doing his thing again. And since we're in the process of doing this, we might as well add in another hole digger just to help get things moving along a little more smoothly. So we'll add in another hole digger in the forestry team, and he basically just needs to do the exact same thing. So if your hands are empty, go snag one of these, and then go dig up a hole somewhere in here. Move this like so. That's the area you can dig in, and you'll just dig a hole, and you'll do this until your hands are empty. And there you go. And now I'm not entirely sure which bot it is, so I'm just gonna go over here and have him come to me. Ah, there he is. So you need to get that shovel and get digging. There you go. So we've now doubled the amount of holes that we get made within the same amount of time. So in effect reduced the time it takes to get an available hole for the tree planter. Just so we can get those trees planted a little faster. So that should definitely help. And hopefully these bots won't try to dig on the exact same tile. I believe there's some sort of reservation system built in so they don't do that. But they could potentially do it. Right, so that helps with the tree farm a little bit. And while we're doing this, let's see. We are actually filled completely on tree seeds over here, which is nice. We've got 17 here, but our stick box is pretty much empty, and that's primarily because the chopper dude doesn't have much stuff to chop down here. So for the moment, we'll just, whatever. We could actually, I think we're gonna change the log jammer dude so that he just keeps moving logs regardless. So we're gonna get rid of this guy and this guy, have him move there, that's fine. And then we'll just call him move logs instead. There you go. And then I think I'm gonna change the tree chopper dude at some point. I don't have enough memory to implement the script that I want to implement, which basically monitors both the pallet and this, the local pallet in the forestry, but it also monitors the market one. So it'll keep running until the market one is filled up, unless the local one gets filled up first. So that's basically the script I want to put in there, but I don't have enough memory in the bot to do it. So it'll have to wait. One final thing that I want to do this evening is I would like to get some picks crafted, because as you can see, the box at the quarry is empty and this one has 8 left, so we definitely need to get something done there. So let's get the same setup for the pick. Make pick stick. Make pick stick. That almost sounds Chinese, no offense. Make pick stick. Right. So this guy needs to fetch a stick from there. And this is effectively the same setup, it's just a different tool. So grab these, add to there. Need a repeat in here to wait for the output of this workbench to become empty. Copy that up and it's good to go. And then we need to repeat this for make pick stone. Grab that up there and copy that. There we go. Copy those. We need the repeat until this guy empty. Thank you. Go add a stone. And there we go. And he's now ready to go, so we'll start both of them. Pick is right there. Start the other guy, and then we just need the storage one. And he belongs in utility, so we'll do store pick and stuff him in there and have him go do his thing. Go pick up that one, put it in this box, and then go engage with this one, just again to get that extra move command a little easier. Move that out there. Change this to repeat until the pick box is full, and when it's full, move back to the workbench and wait there. There we go. We now have a fully implemented, make stick pick. Yeah. We now have a fully implemented 3-tool production line going, complete with material supplies, and hopefully this will keep things running. Though we do have one thing that we need to add to get the stone rolling again, because as you can see, we are now out of stone, which is a major issue. So to combat that, we will... Okay, we've apparently made enough tools. There we go, commemorative slab, thank you! very much auto. Okay. Um, we need to supply some picks down to the quarry because right now the digger bot is sitting right there waiting for a new tool, which of course you can't get because the box is empty. So we will add in a supply pick, if I could spell. There we go. Right, so this guy just needs to fetch a pick from that box and bring it to this box and keep doing this until that box is full. And when that box is full, we'll just have him wait at the quarry pick box. There you go. That should be it. Not a big issue. I mean, at the moment we don't exactly have a massive need for things to be super speedy and super fast and whatnot. So this is definitely sufficient for now. But we are actually up and running. See, at the moment the tool shop is a little bit in sort of lockdown mode because it's out of stone, which of course is an issue, but that's just a matter of time before the collector bot over here collects sufficient amounts of stone, puts them in there for the other supply bot to move the stone up to the tool shop, and we're up and running again. See, right now in this condensed setup, it doesn't make much sense that I'm doing this with all these crisscrossing supply bots. But when things become a little bigger and the distances become greater between each individual module of production, it becomes an issue for all of these bots, these three bots over here, to run all the way over to the quarry, fetch a stone there, and run all the way back to the tool shop to craft up the next tool. And the same goes for the chopper bot walking all the way over to this box to pick up an axe and walking all the way back to the tree farm if, for example, I decide to move the whole tool shop over here somewhere, then the distance definitely matters. So that's kind of why I'm using the whole setup of having individual supply bots do supply runs wherever they need to go. Now, as tech progresses and we get better bots and we get more memory, some of these supply chains can actually be reduced, so a single bot can handle two different supply lines, depending which one needs some sort of supply. So there is benefit in doing this. We can always repurpose a bot to do something else, so it's not a big issue. It's definitely something that can be changed at any point. It's not locked in stone in any way. So it definitely helps having these supply lines up and running, and the whole convenience setup that I'm doing in terms of getting the scripts to basically let the bots follow whatever box or storage or workbench that they are attached to. Again, it is just a convenience thing because it lets me do something like this very easily, and the bots simply just follow. So I don't have to worry about the bots. Sometimes, because of the way the scripts are set up, some of them may end up stalling in doing that action. See, now he goes to fetch a new spade, and the other guy goes to fetch a new to keep it stocked. There you go. And if I move that back, the bot will just follow. That's just convenience built into the scripts. If I didn't have that convenience built into them, then I would most likely have to stop and restart the bots every time I move a box. So this is strictly a sort of quality of life thing with me modifying stuff all the time. So a nifty trick that you can take with you, I guess. Anyway, we managed to get a pretty solid wood production up and running. We've got nice tool production up and running over here. We've got a quarry running that pretty much is self-sustaining, apart from running out of power every now and then, but it does run on its own, unattended. We've got stop-start mechanisms built into the automation, so when stuff runs full, the individual production areas actually grind to a halt. We have a small woodworks over here producing planks and poles for us. And we've got fully implemented auto-crafting of new bots, including winding up the new bots as they are made. So we've actually managed to get a decent amount of automation up and running. But I think I'm going to call it for this evening. I managed to get us to the point I wanted. Get the first initial automation stuff functional. Though right now it looks like we have a small issue with a winder that ran out of power. So these issues we are going to run into every now and then. It's just part of the game, at least at this stage. So we're going to have to wind up a few of them, but it's better than having to run around everywhere rewinding all of them. So it's definitely working as intended. See, windabout goes there. Perfect. It's like a little, I don't know, symphony of automation stuff. Anyways, this is Autonauts, and I'm Sheridan, and I will catch you guys tomorrow evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one.